I am in bed, so today I decided to speak about a little topic that I think I'm not the only one who been dealing with that, and I'm sure not all women feeling open to speak about how difficult it is now to find a good partner, to find a good person, especially if you have values, you know what you're looking for. It's gonna be hard. If you're looking for anything, just beauty with no values, it's easy. I realized that, sorry, I'm in bed and I don't feel fixing going to change myself to be in front of the camera. What's important is what I'm sharing with you guys, not really to see me. And I have a small headache too. So, what I want to say, I realized that, to be honest with you, we need to be closer to God. And I'm talking also for me because my biggest distraction, it's dancing. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm still trying to understand because God created me like this. I love dancing, and that's the only thing that I think is a big distraction for me because I'm not interested going to the club. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm not a person like who will follow friends. I am very strong mentally. I don't let people influence me easily. But I do enjoy dancing in my home. I don't know if it's a bad thing. But what I want to say is guys, I've been single for like 5 years. I got married at 22, very young. And my divorce takes forever fighting this nonsense. Let me don't speak about that. Is a past is a past chapter in my life, and I move on from it. And I'm grateful to God I'm no longer in it. But as a single woman, trying to, now I'm fully healed, and I feel like I'm ready to find someone and to share my happiness and what I've learned. It's really, really, really hard, the type of person that I'm looking for, to find. I realize that this world has a lot of craziness. What used to be normal, now it's no longer normal, it's abnormal. um I've never been someone who is religious. Anyone who knows me, they know Marie is not a religious person. But I becoming, during my divorce, um very, very close to God. I I've becoming someone who pray for everything, and who has a very strong spiritual belief. And I'm very spiritual, deeply spiritual, not religious. It's very important for me to be with someone who believes in God, who has a strong relationship with God. It's more important for me to have a man, even he doesn't go to church, but he has a strong relationship with God. He knows, like, when I have to pray every day, even if I don't, he doesn't have to pray for hours, or but minimum say thank you God for when he wakes up, for everything before he goes to sleep. My dad was like that, and I am like this. So this is something that I put first. And I understand also, when you are a godly person, and when you have a God-fearing man or a God-fearing woman, the relationship has better chance to grow, because you're gonna have some stage in the relationship. In the relationship, you're gonna have some trouble, some drama, and if you're going to try to figure out things by yourself, you're gonna fall down. And I've learned that by my previous marriage, and that's why I don't want to make the same mistake. So, giving you some stories short, um, I met this guy, right? I met him. I'm trying dating online right now. I've met him. We didn't meet yet, so he been talking to me for like 2 3 weeks and saying, and he looks great, um well educated and very very nice, well spoken, sounds like good values. And he wants to get my number. So the questions come. I said, what's your relationship with God? And he started talking about science, all these things. It's almost like someone who just want to he doesn't believe in God. And I said, do you believe in God? You know, when you ask somebody a question, a just yes and no question, they don't know how you're gonna take it. I'm sure a lot of times they don't hear those questions from women they're trying to speak with. And when a woman asks or a man asks you this type of question, if the person is not really, if the person doesn't have a relationship with God, they always try to manipulate the questions. And I'm grateful to God. He gave me the wisdom now to understand. And he didn't answer clearly. And I told him, do you believe in God again? You didn't answer to my question. And he gave me an answer. The answer wasn't clear again, but I completely understand what he means. And I had to tell him, I said, I've learned to never date someone who doesn't have, I will never date someone who does not believe in God. That's a big no. I will never ever date someone who doesn't believe in God, because I did that before. Even he said he believed in God, but this person was telling me things that if it was right now, I understand it was manipulation. He didn't believe in God. But I was young and naive and didn't have a strong relationship with God. So I couldn't judge. And after I told him that, guess what? He blocked me. And I said, wow. And I want to tell you, I've been praying about that, and I'm sharing this message is for other women I know. If you are a person who has a relationship with God, and you said you want this type of person, and it takes time for you to get, don't give up. Because one thing that I realize, it's not easy. And I even agreed to God. I even agreed to myself. I said, God, if I can't find, if you don't have, if I can't find someone that has a relationship with you, who believe in you, I don't want it. If I have to be single all my life, that's fine. That's fine with me, because I will it's not worth it, to be honest with you, to start something and later on suffer, right? Turn out to be toxic. So it's done. I went on a date. I don't know if I can call that date, to be honest with you. I don't think it's date. It's not a date for me. Okay. I met this man while I was at the beach with my children, and my friend from France, she was there too. And the man he is originally from France. He heard me speaking in French and he came to speak to me. And I am friendly naturally, right? And I was just speaking to him, and because when you find someone who from your country and speaking your language, of course you're gonna speak. And we were speaking, and you guys see my personality. I'm always laughing. I guess I drawn people to me, towards me, for not even naturally. When you are someone who is like friendly, it's is people who want to speak to you. It's natural. So he's like, oh, do you want to do you want to exchange number? Like, he just moved from another state to Florida, and he doesn't know people here, blah blah blah. And he's so excited he met someone who speaks French. It's been a long time he didn't speak French. I said, yes, no problem. We exchanged number. Cool, right? This guy, the same day, he wanted to take me out. He said he's attracted to me, blah blah blah. He's really attracted to me, and he wasn't my type at all, believe it or not. I was just friendly with him. He was not my type at all. So I told him I didn't want to be just so mean, said no. You have to be careful about others' feelings, take it in consideration. So I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not looking for now, I am still working on my healing. I just get divorced and I'm not ready to date right now. But it's not really true that I'm not ready to date. I'm ready to date. He's just not my type. He's not my type at all. But you cannot tell someone, oh, you're not my type. It's kind of hurtful. But some people, they don't understand. He never gave up. He never gave up. He never gave up. Always asking me, oh, Mary, okay, no problem. We can just speak as friend. I said okay, but I've been working like a lot at that time. He couldn't we couldn't speak like that, and I try to not speaking to him. Once once somebody is interested in me and I'm not interested at all, I stay a little bit. I take my distance, right? And he continued. And one day he invited me. This man literally invited me to go out every weekend. And even I said no, he always. I said, okay, let me go. So, and I told him clearly, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for to have fun. I'm not looking for nothing. And I've been very telling him, this is between me and God right now, blah, 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 blah. He said, okay. We went out, we eat, we laugh, and it's time to go home. And it's funny, and he was asking me about religion. It's funny, the conversation turned out all about religion. The same man, once I got home, he invited me to a pool party. I said, I'm not interested. He invited me in his home. I said, I'm not interested. He invited me to go out, eat again. I said, I'm not interested because I understand. I said, this man is told me already he was attracted to me. Even I told him, and he tried to get me with money. You know, unfortunately, it's true. Some European in Europe, they go to Africa and get young women. I can tell you that. You will see a lot of white men in France with a lot of dark skinned women. It's very famous. So, um, majority of the times, they always think, oh, I have money. Not they, majority of the time. I don't want to say all of them. I have money, I can get this girl. But it's not about that for me. So I don't know, a lot of times people who has money, they always feel entitled to get whatever they want. So I didn't I took, and he said, so you just don't want me, you just don't want. I said, I thought I was honest with you since the beginning to tell you that I'm not looking for anything, I'm just focused on my healing right now. He said okay. And after that, one day I said, how are you? He acted like he didn't know who I am, and he called me racist. He said I'm racist due to religion. I'm very religious. I said okay, and I never talked to him. I'm telling you, guys, I'm just gonna tell you, sometimes when you decided to change your life away, the devil going to really, really, really attack you. And I know some people dealing with addiction, some people dealing with other things, but me, my addictions is dancing, right? Is dancing because what is the more very, very important for me right now is having a strong relationship with God with no distraction. And the only distraction that I have right now is dancing. I spent a lot of time dancing. I love dancing compa. I don't like to use the word love for anything if it's not God. I enjoy it, and that's something that I have to pray about to stop. At a time I stop, and while I have this man calling me in court, and I started dancing again. When I said dancing, is nothing like dancing crazy. Is a Haitian compa or African music. I love this type of music, but as a Christian, I know he said you should dance for God, worshiping God, not dancing the music in the world, right? I want to be to a point. I said, you know what? I don't want to dance this type of music again. But change takes time. So I probably too hard on me, things that I cannot do, I have to pray for God to change it. But that's my thing right now. Anyways, it's gone. I never talk to that man anymore. I spoke. This guy started talking to me. Oh, you're beautiful. You this, you that. And I said thank you. We started talking cool. Once I asked him one question, I said, "What's your relationship with God?" He said, he went to Vatican. I said, "Oh, cool." And I said, "You still didn't answer to my question." And he take a picture with the devil picture, with a devil image in the shirt, and he keep his finger like a how do you call that, like he act like a devil. He said this is the answer. I was like, wow, the devil is a liar. I said, God bless you. He said, you know what, you're a beautiful woman, I really like you, but I don't date religious women. I said, okay, no problem. I I realized, I said, what world are we living? When I was less than 22, I was in a woman who think about God. I believe in God. Everyone can say they believe in God, but they don't spend time with God. They don't even know anything about God. They don't know the power of God, right? And I believe in God, but I never really had time for God because I'm always out with friends, going to the fashion show, going to the club with friends, going on date. So it's easy for those men, oh, what are you looking for? I'm looking for love, I'm looking for a good man, but you never bring God into anything. And it's easy. And even one thing that I realized, even not long time ago, some of my date, I don't used to bring God, and he always goes smooth. But once I put the words God, they are an issue. And this tells me, Marie, there's no issue. God is trying to tell you those people are not for you. And I made my prayers. I said, Lord, I want you to be the one to take every decision in my life. I know you give me will, but take my will away. If you see anything that can stop me to be closer to you, please don't allow me to fall in it. And that's why anyone that I met, they just run away, or they, once I say the name of God, what's your relationship with God, nothing else, they think, ooh, this lady is religious, this lady is this lady is that. I'm like, okay, thank you very much, have a wonderful day. Or themselves, they will leave. And I don't know what to say. And to other women out there, it's a message of encouragement that I want to say. You cannot, your beliefs should be stronger than what you want from others in the world. A man can leave you. Love comes, love go. But unconditional love will never go away from you, right? So God loves us unconditionally. When I feel down, I pray or I spend time with God, I feel strong. When I want anything, I have so many testimonies. I cannot speak about them right now. I have so many testimonies, so many things that God did for me. It will not be fair from my part, because I want love from a man to forget all the things when I feel lonely, when I feel I need this, and I just go to God and ask him, and he really truly answer me. And why I would do this? When I say, God, I want someone that can challenge me positively, to make me understand, to that can help me to be even deeper, to believe deeper in you, God. Not someone who's gonna stopped me from believing in you. So I wanted to speak about that. I didn't realize how people in the world, young generation right now, or generations, how they are so far away from God. I'm going to tell you, when I was much younger before I got married, yes, I didn't have time for God, but I never seen it as a red flag when a man tell me, what's your relationship with God? God is this. I remember I met this man, he was about God. He asked me that. But the only thing that I was scared is because he said he wants to get married all right soon. I wasn't in that stage in my life. I'm the type of person I prefer get to know you, befriend, get to know you before we like, oh, I want to get married. This make me scared, you know, because you don't know me. That's the only issue. But he was a great man. You know, he got married. He got 3 kids. He's still in relationship, and he's a godly man. So I don't have nothing to say about him. Even we didn't date, we didn't do anything. We went on date, he didn't work out. I told him I wasn't ready for that, and he moved on. But I wasn't like scared when somebody speak about God. They have a relationship with God. It's just so wow, the world that we live in, people. That's why. That's why I wanna say, you guys have to really, 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 really pray about what you want. Spend time with God. And that's why I said dancing is a distraction for me, because when I'm dancing, when I dance too much, I'm staying on social media like TikTok, watching videos, sharing my videos. I don't really spend enough times with God. More time that I spend with God, more that I get, I can tell you, more that I get spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, in every aspect of my life. When I asked God, He answered me. And that's why I understand the power of God. I understand His power. And I'm just I fall in love with God. I'm sorry. I I have such deep love for Him. There's things that I just I just ask God. I wish I could speak about it. I just ask God, God, I want that. Speaking about that, I get very wow. I said, God, please help me get this. I want it. And I explain. And when I'm speaking to God, it's like my best friend. Sometimes I get emotional because I can just be honest with him. I know this person will never judge me. He will not say, "Oh, I don't want to be your dad anymore. I don't want this. I don't want that." But he is the one who will trust me, who will forgive me, who will give me what I don't have. I don't need to lie to go to the world faking who I am not. And that's the beauty when you have a relationship with God. You fully love yourself. You are whole. You're not looking for love outside, you're looking for love in Him. And people can feel the energy in you. You always smiling, even in the worst situation in your life. You will have happiness. You will have a positive energy. You will be, I don't know how to explain. Even when you don't have, you know you rich. You will have the spirit to give to other. You will be a giver than instead of a taker. So that's an attitude that I have, and I am so grateful that I have God in my life. And I'm saying that this divorce was a difficulty, but it's also a blessing. Without this man, without going to this toxic relationship, I will never probably understand the power of God. Sometimes you have to go to a difficult situation in order for you to understand who you are, to know your belief system, to discover things that you never know before. And because I was left out with nothing, even my children, this man was taking away, after abusing me. And I hate speaking about that because I fully forgive him. I pray about it and God gives me the strength to forgive him. We don't have a great relationship, but now we better. And before, when I used to see him, I used to have rage from all the things that he put me through. But now when I see him, to be honest with you, I just don't feel anything. Sometimes I feel bad for him. And every night when I go to sleep, I pray for him and my children. So what I want to say by that, God will give us everything that we want. God will heal us. Healing is coming from God, right? Healing is coming from him. Forgiveness is coming from him. Self-love is coming from him. Finance is coming from him. Everything that we want, we can get it from him. I'm telling you right now. Not by manipulating the world, the world that we live in, lying to ourselves. We don't have to do this. And that's why I've been single for 5 years. I know people are like, oh, everyone who find out, oh my God, how you been single for 5 years? How you been single for 5 years? Because first, I didn't want to go to a relationship while I am broken. I needed to be healed. I needed to be healed. And I didn't want also to enter in relationship just because I'm looking for a man to help me. Because I was in a point in my life, it was really, really destructive. After leaving this man, I had to build myself again. And I didn't want to just walk through a man because I want to live with a man that can pay the rent and I cannot afford anything. I'm trying to take advantage of someone. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be fully healed. And when I enter to in a relationship, so I can just love this person and give him my whole. And this person can do the same for me. And that's the reason. I know so much time that I spent in me to be that woman, to be that happy woman that I am. It takes a lot of times, a lot of energy, a lot of patience to be who I am right now, right? Because I can tell you, healing is not a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not a beautiful process. Healing, you feel lonely, you feel sad, you crying, you feel depressed, you have all type of emotions mixed together. So you have to be very patient with yourself to allow yourself to be healed. You have to be able to forgive yourself so you can forgive others. And I've learned that all this time that I was like hating on my ex-husband for what he did to me. Not that was a waste of time. But as a human being, I'm flesh and blood. Of course, it's normal that I react like that. When you forgive someone, you fully forgive someone, oh my God. You remove the heavy things that you have on your chest. You just feel so good. So good. It doesn't matter what this person did to me. It's yesterday. I'm over it. And I feel so happy. So happy. I can laugh. I can dance. I can just be myself. I am free of whatever he was doing. And he can see that too. He can see it. You know? You don't like trying to fight that person. You don't like, even if this person trying to say something smart, you don't go, oh, why did you say that? You don't even need the answer. You don't even need the explanation, because you already like, okay, I already know with who I was dealing. I will pray for you. Last time I had a conversation with him, I forgot he told me to fuck myself or something like that. Excuse my language. I said, thank you, God bless you. Normally I will be like, you very disrespectful, that's why I'm not with you, you never learn, blah blah blah. Some people, no. I've like said, you know what, God bless you. And I feel so good. I feel so good about it. I said, God, you are great. So what I want to tell you, if you are looking for a godly man or a godly woman, it is hard. It depends of the criterias that you're looking for. But don't give up. Don't just give up on any. Oh, I'm gonna take. I will take this person. Maybe I'm gonna try to change it. That's something that I've learned. Never try to change people because you cannot change them. And one thing you should never negotiate is when someone tell you they don't believe in God. If you believe in God, you can't marry to someone who's not a believer. I'm sorry. It's gonna be drama. You're gonna have drama. You're gonna have trouble. You cannot believe in one thing, the person doesn't believe, and now you come together to have a family. It doesn't work that way. It's gonna be confusing for the children, confusing for you. The devil gonna enter inside. You don't it's don't try to change people. Don't. You're not God. And I've learned that. I said thank you to God. I've been praying for wisdom. I said, God, give me the wisdom to not. God, give me the wisdom. God, give me so much wisdom. Some people that I used to speak, like, wow, why you so quiet? I said, this time like that, I am like this. Said, wow. God, give me wisdom to put boundaries to people that take too much from what I give them. Even someone, I'm gonna give you an example. I met someone from work less than 2 months, and that person speak the same language as me, a French too, and cool. I'm just like friendly speaking to that person. But lately, God going to give you, make you feel things. God speak by feeling, by dream, and also sometimes by your friends can send somebody to your way to tell you things that they feel for you, things that they think, and actually they don't even think it's God, but it's God who sent them. Sometimes just someone they sense, or you feel something, you don't know for what reason, you feel something, God is speaking to you. God, or you dream about something, and I've learned to follow God now. I'm not perfect, to be honest with you. I am far from being perfect, but my relationship with God, I continue to pray about it for it to be stronger. I wish 10 years ago I knew about how powerful it is when you have a relationship with God. It doesn't matter you don't go to church, but you can pray at home. You can still spending time with God. God doesn't ask you to be perfect. He will make you the perfect person that he wants you to be. Like you see me, I'm saying that I love dancing. That's my distraction. I know I cannot stop, but I know he can stop me if he wants me to, right? So I pray about it. I do what I have to do. I don't know how long it will take, to be honest with you, to stop doing it. But I let him. I said, God, you created me like this. I always love dancing. Now, if you see I'm dancing music in the world you don't like, please help me to not having the love of dancing on music in the world anymore. Because I know I cannot do it alone. So this person, I speak to this person like just as friend, nothing else, to be honest, nothing else. But there's a conversation we had. I realized this person is taking. It's like I give you half finger, you wanna take all my fingers. I said, huh. I have to put boundaries with this person, and we used to speak all the time. So I stopped talking like over the phone with the person one day. And today, this person, oh, something is wrong, Marie. Well, I don't hear you yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. I said, sorry, I had to meet someone yesterday. And I got home late. Oh, and this person gave me an answer. And I realized, I said, wow, I was right. And more and more and more and more, I realized this is someone who is lonely and wants me to just spend time over the phone with him, and he feel attached to me. And you have to be very careful, especially when it's a man, you are a woman, you know. One thing that I've learned, that it's a lot of times men think if a woman is friendly with them is because they have a chance, the woman likes them. This has nothing to do for real. For me, no, because I'm friendly. I treat everyone the same, children, babies, men, women. I treat um everyone the same. So if you think because I am treating you nice, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, or if I cook, I give you the food, it's because I like you, you losing your mind. So I've learned, God sometimes speak to me to stay away, take your distance. I take my distance, not like we are enemies, but I take my distance because I don't want to give someone wrong impression. And also I don't want to be some people, they have some trauma, they have some issues they never fix, and instead of fixing it, people running from healing. Takes time. Healing is really hard. It's it's hard, to be honest with you. It takes time. I said it. It's been 5 years, right? It's after, like, I think after 2 years, 2 years and a half, I started feeling like, oh, I can go on date. But 5 years, this is the time that I feel fully healed. I feel, wow. I feel not only I'm healed, but I feel I forgive the person who hurt me. That's the most beautiful thing. I don't carry the pain in my heart, you know. I don't feel bitter. I want him to be happy. I want him to be blessed. I want him to be, whatever he did to me, I say, God, you heal me. That's the most important one. And I don't really care what you did to me, because God didn't allow you to destroy me. God restore me, right? It's important to know that. But not everyone understand that. Some people, they either turn angrier, they become evil, they become worse than the person who hurt them, and they trying to hurt others, or they never heal. They trying to manipulate others they get attached easily, they become insecure, they become abusive. There's so many difficulties in this type of situation, unfortunately, when someone is not healing. And that's why I am very, 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 very careful. And God been showing me so many red flags, so many, so many, so many. And I want to tell you, if you see something that you take, oh, it's so good, that's the one that I want, and you see it didn't work, there's a reason why. If you pray the prayer that I pray, I know when I ask God for something, he answer me. And I'm not the only one he will answer, because we are all his children. I don't have this superpower and nobody has. um don't feel like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. No, nothing is wrong with you. It's just not the right time. It's just not the right person. It's just not, you're not ready for it. Maybe you think you're ready. Think, oh, I want to get married, I want this, I want that. Oh, this man is for me. Maybe the man, he looks good, he looks good, healthy, wealthy, but there's something he doesn't have. Like all these men that I'm telling you, one was a doctor, the second one was a businessman, but one thing they didn't have is a relationship with God. Unfortunately, I have to cancel both of them to tell you that. And a lot of women, when they see those things, women in the world, oh, he has money, he's handsome, oh my God, we're gonna try to change him. I don't do those things anymore. I don't change people. You don't change people. Please don't try to change an adult. It's not your babies. You're not God. Don't try, and don't go to God and pray, please change him, change him, change him, God. No. If God wanted him to be with you, he will find a way to bring him to church and change his heart. Some people, they don't allow God to work in themselves. God wants to work in you, but you have to be also open to allow God to work in you. It's almost like you're a single person. You want to find someone, but you just stay in your room. You don't go out. You don't try online dating. You just think the person just gonna walk to you. it doesn't matter how beautiful or how handsome you are. If you don't try to find it, you will not, God will not just bring it to you like this. You know, you either have to walk and you find someone, you know. It's the same way when God is speaking to us. He either give us feelings, or we dream, or he sent someone to our way, you know. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that because um to be honest with you, I'm not even happy I'm on social media like that. I realized that that I waste a lot of time. I don't know if it's wasting, because sometimes I share also what I believe, healthy living. Dancing helped me lose weight, to be honest. And I know a lot of women who give birth, they have an insecurity issue about that. To say, yesterday I was watching a video to say how black women cannot lose weight, white women lose more weight easy. I can't relate to that, but sometimes I give some advice to the women, how they need to be careful about what they're eating, do some exercise, and also mental health and spiritual. You know, it's not only, don't think it's only the food who makes you big. The stress make you big also. That's why sometimes I love dancing, because dancing really makes me happy. When I'm dancing, I am the happiest person in the world, right? So do things that makes you happy, right? Be practice self love. Be honest with yourself. Practice gratitude and forgiveness, because your energy will bring what you want into your life. When you have positive energy. Today I was listening to someone who was speaking how the way you think can keep you single for a long time, and it's true. He said some people, they never forgive themselves. They never forgive themselves. They bring bad energy to the next relationship, and they kept doing it, one person after another person. They kept like dating, having a short relationship, another relationship, it never stopped. And they never take the times to be healed, to find out what's wrong with them. And he was saying, if we were practicing self-love, like the thing that we're looking for in the partner, that's what he said, what we truly looking in a partner, if we do that to us, the partner will come naturally, because you attract who you are, right? That's the thing. We have to start understanding that we truly attract who we are. If you want someone to be a good person and you want to have a good partner, you have to be good too, right? You have to be good, and you have to be careful. So this takes time, to be honest with you, as a human being. It even takes so much time to get to know us than knowing other people. Before you try to get to know other people, try to get to know you. Try to get to know you. I didn't even know me. Before I met my ex, I thought, oh, I was that woman who just want to be with a wealthy man and this and that. No, I'm not a woman who loves uh, who is a materialistic woman at all. I am a free spirit woman. I like to be happy. I like honesty. I like to give. I care for humanity. I care for health. You know, I care for happiness. Just live freely happy. And I didn't know those things. I have to actually, God put me through it. That's what I ask. I want a wealthy man. I want a good man. I thought good man is a man who is educated from school, who has money, who from a good family. And guess what? That was a lie. That was a lie. A man can still go to school. A woman go to school. A woman or man has money, but they still bad people. They're still bad people. They live in lavish home. They're still evil, because they don't have a good relationship with their creator. They don't have the fear of God. When human being has power of the world, they think they are God. When they don't have the fear of God. People you see who is rich, they are not humble. They don't have the fear of God. Someone who has the fear of God, when they're wealthy, they are grateful. They will say thank you to God. They want to share to others. They don't use their money to put down others or to feel like they are God. They call themselves God. You hear some celebrity call themselves God. So yes, it takes time for us to know ourselves. It takes time for us to know each other. So I will say single is not a curse. The time that you will take, to be honest with you, I have to keep reminding myself when I was in a relationship, when I was married. Whew, Lord Jesus. So sometimes you have to go back and think of your past to say, it, the thing that you think is a curse actually is a blessing. Now you by yourself, you can learn to know who you are, who you truly are, what you want in life, what your purpose, what makes you happy. You know, what makes I thought before I got married, when I was in New York, I thought I was just this outdoor person. I was an introvert. Just I am an introvert, but I realized that I am also an introvert because I'm the type of person I like to go out. But at the same time, I need to be alone sometimes. I need to spend time with myself and God. But guess what? I thought that I was an introvert, just a woman who just be out, 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 out. Never spend time with myself. Never spend time just out. Have fun, have fun. Life cannot be like this. The real life is not only about out, 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 out. Social media make us believe it's just living her life. Living is just going out, going out, going out. If living, the true living, means going out, we will not have a lot of people takes their life away and we see what's going on all the time. A lot of those people showing their best life, they travel, they have money, they have and they were really really alone inside. So one thing that I've learned about myself, quality times. Quality time with yourself and God is the most important. Quality time. It doesn't matter if you are outside, if you are inside. To be honest with you, at that time, I realized more time that I spend inside is the most is the time that I feel like that is more important, because when I am out with friends, it's a good time. We're just having a good time. But deeply, when I'm inside, I am to myself. I can think. And sometimes when I'm inside, I am speaking to God. I can be honest. I get deep, you know. And I've learned that I love being alone. I love sometimes just being by myself. Now when a man is trying to date me, I told him, oh, what do you like to do? I like to go out, I like to do this, but also I do like to spend time with myself. You know, I do sometimes I want to be alone. And that was an issue that I have with my ex-husband. When you don't know who you are, you got married super young. You just think, oh, I'm a wife, I'm a this, I'm a that. So my ex-husband didn't understand me, because sometimes I just want to be alone. My ex-husband was insecure. He didn't want me to be alone sometimes. So, you know, people always think it's only men who wants to be alone. Not only men. Women are human beings too. Women who we giving birth, we breastfeed, we cooking, we cleaning, we have to take care of ourselves, we walking. Sometimes we just need to breathe. We just need to live. When you are in a relationship, you don't have time to practice self Oh la la, I can't even find the word anymore. Self-love, and you just there, never stop, never stop. You need sometimes just to take the time for you, even if just 5 minutes going to your room just for you. And I needed this time sometimes when my children go to bed. And I didn't need it with a man. I need it with myself. I need it with myself. Sometimes you need your time for yourself. And men are like this too. I think everyone is like this. God created us individually, right? God said we need each other, but at the same time, we need ourselves and God too. You cannot always me, and him, me and him, me and him, me and him. Before him, you were you, you have a life. And that's what happened when you were whole. You know what you want in life. And people who are fully healed and whole, it doesn't matter if they stay single. And any guys who's speaking to me when I said I've been single for 5 years, it's almost like, oh my God, you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. If I told you, it's because I'm sure. And they asked me, why? You a very beautiful woman. What? I said, because I wasn't focusing on looking for a man. I was focusing on my healing. I said, really? How long you have been divorced? I said, look, healing takes time. And that's why you see guys, you met broken men, they get they want to raise their hands on you, they cheating on you, they do all this thing. They never ever give themselves time to heal. They break up, they move to the next woman, have sex because they think this gonna help them, and this didn't help them. They find a woman with bigger butt, they think this gonna, no, they find another woman more pretty, it didn't work, so now they lost. Healing is what gonna teach you what you want, what you need, and what you will not accept. If I can't get it, I'm okay to be alone because I will not accept it. It's not negotiable. There's some things in life that is not negotiable. Okay, you're looking for a man who is 6 foot. Yeah, this is negotiable. Oh, he needs to have 6 pack. Oh, he doesn't have 6 pack. This is negotiable. But someone who doesn't believe in God is not negotiable. That is a whole another human being. You are trying to change his mindset and his belief system, the way he was raised. You can't do this because you're not God, right? And what's gonna happen? People never likes people, they don't like when people trying to change them. Nobody likes that. So you're gonna bring frustration, you're gonna bring drama, you're gonna bring a fight, and it's not gonna end well. So yes, I wanted to speak about that because I truly believe that this world that we're living after 2019, I I really believe people, they don't care. Majority of us, so many people pass away, and they just feel like, and we've become so connected with electronics virtually. People, they forget or they give up about real life. Now people just think about having fun all the time, right? All the time. What used to be normal is no longer normal, is abnormal. So you have to remind yourself who you are, knowing your family values, your values, the values that God gave you, knowing what you will not be able to negotiate, why you leave this person for this type of situation. And today this person brought me, has forced me to think about my ex-husband, because my ex-husband is very controlling, And he says something that I said, wow, that's manipulative, and that's why I didn't speak. And I said, oof, I don't want to hear about that person. I don't want to speak with that person longer anymore. I would take my distance. I back up. So you should learn about your past. You whatever you've been through, you should be able to learn from it and becoming smarter. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You don't want to keep repeating the same mistake because it's not good. That's what I wanted to say. I know a lot of us, we are not we don't like to speak about that. People like to fake it. They're like, oh, everything is perfect. No, everything is not perfect. Something is not right. Now the devil is trying to really, really, really take over and make us believe everything that is not normal is normal. When you speak to a man about God, the man is warning. I thought men was looking for godly men, godly women, because they don't want religious women. I was watching this man, this Haitian man. He married to this woman. She is like more like family oriented. He started saying, I just want my divorce. I want my divorce. I didn't want to be married. I always want to have cray. Cray is when in Haitian culture like they having sex with different women. I said, Lord Jesus, now this is the people that we have to deal with. And before he used to say, oh, his wife is so serious, she has changed him. It's because she took him, she tried to put him in God, blah, blah, blah. Oh, now I'm not into the world anymore, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he said, now I want to go back. She blocked my ex's number. She blocked my ex's number. I want those women. And he was calling those women bad because they like, oh, those bad girl. That's what I like. I said, Lord. So that's another reason you don't want to change people. You have to let God change people, not you who going to change them. Look at me. I gave my life to God 1 year ago. October gonna be 1 year. Yeah. And I'm still struggling. Being a godly person, it's really hard. I can tell you. If you weren't raised all your life to be godly, my dad always pray, but I grew up in a country. I don't know if France is changing right now, but majority of French people, they are what they call athei. That's mean I don't know, atheists, people who doesn't believe in God, right? So French people are very free. Free. We are very free. So I was raised in a country that like people start going to the club at 16, 17. They can drink alcohol in elementary in high school. People can start smoking, and people experience things very, very as an early age. And you barely see French people go to church. Barely. They travel, they go out, they eat, they have fun, but going to church wasn't in the list. So I wasn't like a church girl. I was a girl who always going out, you know. So to tell you that even I believe in God, when I become older, I started going out with my friends, having fun, traveling, and didn't focus on God. So it's becoming as an adult when you used to have a life all your life, always going out, have fun, and now you're trying to focus in God on God. It's hard, right? To tell you how challenging it is, even for you who want something good for your life and you truly believe God is the center of everything, and it's challenging. So I don't know, as another human being, you're gonna try to put in somebody else head to change themselves when they don't even believe it. It will be just crazy. I can't do this. I don't have no energy to change people. I understand that I'm not God. If I met you, you are not the one. Goodbye. I will not try to change nobody. I will not. I will not. And you should not try to change people too. You should respect people and pray for them. Don't try to change people and saying, "Oh, I do this." Don't do it. Just pray for it. Just pray for them and let God change them. Sometimes it takes time. My ex, he was very, very mean. He was this man who always has something to say. I kept praying for him. He started changing. I just pray for him. I don't have time. You know how long for this man to be the way he is? 5 years. He took 5 years for me and him to have a regular. Now we can speak over the phone about the children, about the school, about the this, about the that. Before, no, we couldn't. It took 5 years, but I didn't give up. Sometimes I said, God, give me strength to pray for him. I know even I'm praying for him, God. I know inside of my heart I don't want to pray for him because he hurt me so much. But my dad always told me, pray for the one who hates you. Pray for your enemy. The fact that you have children with someone, you want to pray for them because you want the father or the mother of your children to be good. Your children still sharing your blood together. And this means a lot, right? So I never stopped praying for him. I never stopped praying for him. Even I didn't feel praying for him because we have to be honest. Even sometimes I didn't feel like to pray for him. I said, God, please help me to not hating him. I don't want to hate people. I don't want to keep him. I don't want him to be my enemy. I pray for God I said, God, soften his heart. And also I've learned to teach my children to pray for their dad. And God will listen to prayers from kids. If my kids ask me for something, I made them pray for it. I feel the need to really speak about that. And don't give up, please. Don't give up. And I could speak again and again and again, speaking about God. God has done so much for me. There's some testimony you don't tell them until. I have so many testimony that God has worked in my life. I can't even explain it. I can't. And when I put my knees down and I said, God, please, I want this. I want this. And if he knew that I really need it, oh my God, he gave it to me right away. He really gave it to me. And that's why when people telling me, oh, you cannot be successful if you this, a lot of people you see who has money is because they do this, is because they're not patient, is because they're not faithful, is because they don't know the power of God, is because they really don't know. Stop giving your life to the devil for money, because God is money. God is everything. God can give you everything. And I can tell you right now, you might not even be, you might don't have the correct education for a job, or you don't have the correct experience, you're not even experienced for this job, you don't deserve it, and you say, God, I want this job, I want it, that's what I want this salary. He will give it to you. If you believe, you will get it. Oh, you want something so bad, I don't know, you want to learn a language, you want to, God will teach you. You have to also do it. Don't just lay down in the bed, God, I want this job, and never apply for job. You think he's gonna come to you. He will not come like that. But I'm saying, when you ask for something, you will get it. You will get it. Believe, you receive it. You will receive it. Whatever you want. And I realized, even when I didn't believe in God, I have so much faith in myself. By me saying, I want a man who is this, who is that, I didn't even know I said that. It's my my childhood friend who told me, you said that when you went to the United States. And I was young. You said you want this, you want a man like this. Your mouth is powerful. I was like amazed. And after, I have to remind myself that, wow, I said that for real. Your mouth is powerful. When you are a faithful person, if you ask for bad, the bad can arrive too. You ask God for a rich man, you ask God for a uneducated man, family oriented, but you didn't ask God for a godly man. He didn't give you a godly man. And I don't even believe it's God who give it to you, because God don't give bad. So you manifest what you want. You got it. Now deal with it. And this is the time for us to stop blaming God for everything in our lives. There's a man on TikTok, a Haitian man. He kept saying, "Oh, God, this is God who is putting Haiti like this. God is." I said, "Please stop blaming God for everything. Stop. Take responsibility for our actions, right?" What time is it? I have to go to sleep tomorrow. I have church. What time is it? What time is it? It's 11:54. So, again, guys, I am still challenge myself, to be honest with you. I'm not better than you. I'm not this religious person who can address this, who can address that. I'm still praying over those things. It's a challenge. But one thing that I have a very, very strong relationship with God that I cannot express it. And that's why I want me to be really holy, to be closer to God, because I see even the person that I am, that I'm not even religious. I'm not even that woman who is, if you see me, you're not gonna believe she has this relationship with God. And when I ask God for something, he truly give it to me so fast. I said, if I put myself so holy and I challenge myself, I can be so way so much, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. I've learned to pray for finance. People, they don't teach you to pray for finance, especially in Black community. So God, give me peace, give me health. But God knows we need wealth too. We need materials. We cannot just live without materials. I've learned to pray also for the material things that I need. But before the material things, I put God first. Material is not everything for me. I always said it. But I've learned to pray for God to provide it for me. I can live without it. I knew that. But at the same time, it's very comfortable when you have what you deserve, to go to vacation, to eat, to do whatever you want, to have your freedom. It's important. Learn how to pray for what you want. If you want a job that pay you, I don't know how much money, ask God. Don't feel scared to ask. Ask. If you don't ask, you will not receive. He said it. Whatever you want, you have to ask him. Pray over things that you want. Pray over things that you want. Ask God for whatever you want and go get it. So if you see you're looking for a man right now, a godly man, you cannot find it, don't worry about it. It's just not the right time. God will send it to you the right way. It is hard to find anyone godly right now in the world, in this world that we live in. It's almost like it's impossible, but anything is possible. So instead of looking for the godly, try to work whatever you're looking for outside in another person. Try to get it yourself. Try to be that person, so you can attract the other person naturally, right? So that's something that I've learned. Whatever I want, if I want a rich man, I have to be rich. Instead of looking for a rich man, I'm going to try to be rich. If I need a handsome man, I need to be beautiful. I'm going to be the one to put the beauty in me. If I need a godly man, I need to be closer to God, to be more godly. If I need a family-oriented man, I need to be more family-oriented, spending time with my children, spending time with my loved one, spending time with my, you have to start practicing what you want. If I want someone who is mentally stable, I have to spend time with myself. I have to spend time with myself, knowing what I want. When I don't want something, to speak about it. So I wanted to say that, guys, have a wonderful night. I have to go to sleep. God bless you. Don't give up and don't settle for less. You deserve more. Bye.